understand Jamaica's future, we must first comprehend its past. Jamaica, an island of vibrant culture and
This with the maddest and the baddest review now, miss. Need some self time, so we need it. Looking how we are the realest. Bruh, for one being representing a man for Uptown TV. You understand?
Has Jamaica ever contemplated its future as a republic, separate from the British monarchy? This question has been a hot topic of conversation ever since the island nation began to grapple with the complexities of its colonial past. To understand this, we need to step back and look at the historical ties between Jamaica and the British monarchy. These ties go back centuries, to when Jamaica was a British colony, a past marked by the atrocities of slavery. Fast forward to the present day, where Prince William's recent visit to Jamaica was met with protests and calls for reparations for the country's history of slavery. The prince expressed profound sorrow over slavery, condemning it as abhorrent and acknowledging the stain it left on history, yet no apology was made. But it's not just about acknowledging past wrongs. There's a growing call from the people of Jamaica for change, and that change is the transition to a republic. A republic where Jamaica, not the British monarchy, holds the reins. This movement has been inspired in part by Barbados's recent decision to remove Queen Elizabeth II as head of state and transition to a republic. This is a significant shift, one that has the potential to redefine Jamaica's identity on the global stage. It's about reclaiming sovereignty, about establishing a Jamaican identity that is independent, proud, and forward-looking. However, the road to becoming a republic is not without its challenges. It requires constitutional reform, a process that is often complex and contentious. It's a journey that demands careful navigation, one that involves not just legal and political maneuvering, but also the hearts and minds of the Jamaican people. So now we delve into the journey of Jamaica as it navigates its path towards becoming a republic. This is a transformative moment in Jamaica's history, a moment that could redefine its future. And as we delve deeper into this topic, we'll explore what this transition means for Jamaica, its people, and its place in the world. We'll examine the challenges, the opportunities, and the potential ramifications of this monumental shift. But for now, let's take a moment to ponder Jamaica's future as it stands on the brink of a new era. To understand Jamaica's future, we must first comprehend its past. Jamaica, an island of vibrant culture and resilient people, has a history deeply intertwined with the British monarchy. This relationship, however, is not without its scars. The British, along with other European powers, were instrumental in the transatlantic slave trade, a dark chapter of human history. Jamaica, with its fertile soil and strategic location, became a hub for this abhorrent trade. Thousands of Africans were forcibly brought to the island, their freedom stolen, their lives drastically altered. Over the centuries, the echoes of this painful past have not faded. Instead, they have manifested in calls for reparations, a demand for acknowledgement and restitution for the atrocities suffered by the ancestors of present-day Jamaicans. These calls have grown louder, resonating not just across Jamaica, but around the world. Prince William, during a recent royal tour, expressed profound sorrow over slavery in Jamaica, describing it as a stain on history. Yet, he stopped short of an apology, a fact not lost on those demanding accountability. This incident underscores the tension between Jamaica and the British monarchy, a tension that has been building for decades. The legacy of the slave trade has left an indelible mark on Jamaica's national psyche. It has shaped the island's cultural, social, and political landscape, influencing the desire for a transition to a republic. The Jamaican people, proud of their heritage and conscious of their history, are charting a course towards greater self-determination. This journey towards republicanism is not just about political change. It's about acknowledging the past, addressing historical injustices, and creating a future that reflects the aspirations of the Jamaican people. It's a journey that requires courage, conviction, and a profound understanding of the island's past. With this historical background in mind, we can better appreciate Jamaica's current journey towards republicanism. In recent years, the Republic movement in Jamaica has gained significant momentum. As the world keeps a watchful eye, the island nation is embarking on a journey towards independence from the British monarchy, a move that echoes sentiments of autonomy and national identity. The Republic movement is not a spontaneous act, but a culmination of years of advocacy led by key figures in Jamaican politics. One such figure is Andrew Holness, Jamaica's current Prime Minister. A strong advocate for constitutional reform, Holness announced in late April 2023 that the first phase of the reform would focus on whether Jamaica should become a republic. This single referendum could potentially alter Jamaica's political landscape and set the course for its future. Yet, the movement is not just about political figures and high-level decisions. It's about the people of Jamaica, their aspirations, and their sense of identity. The public reaction to the Republic movement has been a mix of anticipation and apprehension. Many Jamaicans see this as a move towards full sovereignty, a chance to break free from the shadows of colonial history. However, others express concerns, fearing potential political instability and uncertainties that may come with such a significant change. This movement isn't isolated to Jamaica alone. It comes amidst a larger global trend of countries reconsidering their ties to the British monarchy. Following Barbados's recent transition to a republic, other Commonwealth nations, including Australia and New Zealand, have been contemplating similar moves. This global shift towards republicanism, particularly in the Caribbean, has been fueled by racial justice movements and a desire for greater representation and self-determination. The Republic movement in Jamaica is far more than a change in governance. It's a reflection of the evolving identity of a nation and its people. It's a testament to the power of collective will and the enduring quest for autonomy and dignity. As the Republic movement in Jamaica continues to grow, the country faces a pivotal moment in its history. As Jamaica contemplates its future, one thing is clear. This journey towards becoming a republic is not just about changing a constitution, but about reshaping a nation's identity, legacy, and future. The constitutional reform is a critical step in Jamaica's transition to a republic. As we delve into the heart of this transition, we find ourselves at the crux of the matter, the constitutional reform. The Constitution is the bedrock of any country, providing the framework for how the nation functions. Reforming it, therefore, is no small task. In late April 2023, the government announced that the first phase of constitutional reform would be focused solely on the question of whether Jamaica should become a republic. This decision signifies the government's intent to prioritize the will of the people in this monumental transition. To make this happen, a single referendum is planned, which will cater to all the constitutional provisions that can only be amended by a referendum. This approach ensures that the process is thorough, democratic, and inclusive of the citizens' voices. However, the path to constitutional reform is not without its challenges. The process demands a careful and meticulous examination of the Constitution to determine which provisions need to be amended or removed to facilitate the transition to a republic. It requires a balance between maintaining the core values of the nation and adapting to the new political structure. Furthermore, the success of the constitutional reform hinges on the outcome of the referendum. A majority vote in favor of the republic is essential for the reform to take effect. This necessitates a widespread public understanding of what the transition entails and its implications for the nation. The process also involves negotiating potential opposition and managing differing views on the transition. It is a task that requires not just political acumen, but also a deep understanding of the nation's history, its people, and their aspirations. The constitutional reform is not just about changing the political structure. It is about redefining Jamaica's identity, fostering a renewed sense of national pride, and charting a new course for its future. The constitutional reform signifies a major milestone in Jamaica's journey to become a republic. However, not everyone is in favor of Jamaica's transition to a republic. Indeed, the path towards republicanism is not without its hurdles, and the voices of dissent echo loudly amidst the clamor for change. Various sectors of Jamaican society harbor concerns and criticisms, creating a myriad of viewpoints that shape the ongoing conversation. On one hand, there are those who cherish the historical ties with the British monarchy. They argue that the connection holds a deep-seated sentimental value, a link to the past that is integral to the island's identity. They caution against severing these ties, fearing that it may lead to a loss of cultural heritage. On the other hand, there are those who worry about the practical implications of such a transition. They question the feasibility of the constitutional amendments required, voicing concerns about the potential cost, the complexity, and the need for a successful referendum. Some express uncertainty about the timing, asking whether this is the right moment for such a significant change. Then there are the skeptics. These individuals question the motives behind the push towards a republic. They speculate about political agendas and express doubts about the transparency of the process. They ask, is this about the people's will or is it a political maneuver? And let's not forget about the international observers. They watch with bated breath, their opinions varying as widely as their geographical locations. Some support the move, seeing it as a step towards self-determination and independence. Others caution against it, citing potential geopolitical consequences. Despite these differing views, one thing is clear: the dialogue about Jamaica's future is far from over. The conversation is complex, layered with historical, cultural, political, and practical considerations. It's a discussion that involves not only Jamaicans, but also the wider global community, all with a stake in the outcome. These differing opinions add complexity to the ongoing dialogue about Jamaica's future as a republic. The journey towards republicanism is a road paved with diverse viewpoints, each contributing to the rich tapestry of the conversation, each shaping the path that Jamaica will ultimately tread. Jamaica's transition to a republic does not occur in isolation, but is part of a larger global trend. Indeed, the world is witnessing a shift as more Commonwealth nations reevaluate their ties to the British monarchy. Take, for instance, the royal tour of the Caribbean in 2022. Prince William's visit to Jamaica sparked conversations about the country's colonial past and the British monarchy's role in it. The trip was met with protests and demands for reparations, reflecting a growing sentiment for change and accountability. This sentiment isn't confined to Jamaica alone. On the other side of the globe, Australia is also grappling with questions about its relationship with the British monarchy. The death of Queen Elizabeth II sparked discussions about the need for Australia to reflect its own culture and identity. The Republican movement has gained momentum, especially among Indigenous Australians, with plans for constitutional changes and a potential referendum in the future. And let's not forget Barbados, the first Caribbean nation to remove Queen Elizabeth II as head of state. This move has undoubtedly inspired other countries in the region, including Jamaica, to consider similar transitions. However, the path towards republicanism is not without its challenges. In Australia, for instance, a successful referendum requires a double majority, and public opinion is divided. Similarly, in Jamaica, the transition to a republic requires constitutional reform, a process that is often fraught with complexities and opposition. Yet, despite these challenges, the global trend towards republicanism cannot be ignored. As more countries contemplate their ties to the British monarchy, their journeys are influencing each other, creating a ripple effect that is felt around the world. As more countries contemplate their ties to the British monarchy, Jamaica's journey resonates on a global scale. Whether it's advocating for reparations, pushing for constitutional reforms, or simply demanding change, these nations are shaping a new global narrative, one that champions sovereignty, accountability, and cultural identity. So what does the future hold for Jamaica as it embarks on this path towards republicanism? As we look forward, we can see an array of potential scenarios unfurling before our eyes, painted with the vibrant hues of possibility and uncertainty. The transition to a republic could open a new chapter in Jamaica's story, one where the nation fully asserts its sovereignty and independence. This could foster a deeper sense of national identity as Jamaicans shape their destiny unencumbered by colonial ties. We might also see a ripple effect in other realms of the Commonwealth, echoing the movements in Barbados and Australia. As these nations reconsider their affiliations with the British monarchy, Jamaica's transition might serve as a beacon, guiding them towards their own quests for republicanism. Yet, this path is not without its challenges. Constitutional reform is a complex and delicate process, and the road to a republic will require careful navigation. There will be hurdles to overcome, debates to resolve, and decisions to make that could reshape the nation's political landscape. Moreover, the world will be watching. Jamaica's transition could influence its standing on the global stage. It could be seen as a symbol of resilience and self-determination, earning Jamaica respect and admiration. Or it could raise questions about stability and continuity, prompting cautious observation from international observers. In the realm of possibilities, expert predictions vary, reflecting the complexity of this transition. Some foresee a smooth transition, bolstered by widespread public support and a unified political front. Others predict potential friction, as differing views on the pace and nature of the transition come into play. Regardless of the path Jamaica takes, one thing is certain: the nation is poised for change. As it grapples with its past and looks towards its future, there's a sense of anticipation, a collective holding of breath, as Jamaica stands on the threshold of a new era. As Jamaica stands on the brink of a new era, the world watches with bated breath. The future might be uncertain, but it is undeniably exciting. Only time will reveal the full impact of this transition on Jamaica and the wider world. For now, we can only watch, wait, and wonder. In our exploration of Jamaica's transition to a republic, we've traversed a vast landscape of history, politics, and international relations. We've looked back at the roots of Jamaica's relationship with the British monarchy, a tie that has been both a source of identity and a point of contention. We've delved into the Republic movement, a burgeoning force for change that seeks to redefine Jamaica's future, and the constitutional reform that lies at the heart of this transition. We've heard the voices of opposition, a testament to the diverse perspectives within Jamaica's vibrant society. We've cast our gaze outwards to the global stage, where Jamaica's move towards republicanism echoes similar sentiments in other Commonwealth realms. We've peeked into the future, a vista of potential and promise, as Jamaica charts a course that is uniquely its own. This journey has been about more than just Jamaica's transition to a republic. It's been an exploration of the themes that shape our world: independence, sovereignty, nationhood. As Jamaica charts its course towards a future as a republic, it not only redefines its own identity, but also reshapes our understanding of independence, sovereignty, and nationhood on a global scale.